was going to say we could do a picture of your belly.
Yeah. Sure.
Cheers. Anything to drink?
Nope.
Thank you, Haley. There was a funky smell in the house, and I determined that it was some flowers that were in a vase. So our oldest took them out. It smelled bad. She couldn't smell it, but I could. My nose is so good, I smell things that don't even exist sometimes.
That is true. Very true.
It's like some people are signing on, but I can't see who's getting on right now.
You can't ever tell unless they comment. Christy Betts. Hello.
Hi, Christy. Our kid is screaming, Mama, Dada. Hey, Duncan.
Good evening. Carolina. Mama, Dada.
Who poked holes in all this?
I don't know. Carolina told me about it, so she probably did it.
Keto birthday cake mix.
It is not.
It's not keto. Why is it not keto?
The first ingredient is like allulose or something.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. We might have looked it up. But
We looked it up, but I don't
know
remember what it is.
I know it's got soy in it. Yeah. Lots of different sources of soy. And you might want to get away with a little bit of soy once in a while, but you don't want something that's soy heavy, especially not often.
Can you guys hear us well? Because we have the AC running.
And the fans.
I hope we don't have to turn it off.
NASA's working in overtime to try to keep our house cool.
Yeah.
And they need to be fired.
It is hot.
Yeah. Science is not working right now.
Yeah.
Nature science is working against tech science. It's a clashing of the sciences.
Okay, good.
We could put a man on the moon. In theory, some people don't believe that. I do. We could put a man on the moon, but we can't cure the world's need for constant air conditioning. Can't we just make the temperature in the world like 75 or 65, somewhere in there, all year round?
That would be nice.
75 during the day, 65 at night.
Move.
And occasionally deeply frozen.
Oh, yep. That'd be nice.
What's the worst place you can imagine to the worst place you can imagine to give birth, like a home birth, and have to like provide for that child in that area, that habitat?
Ew.
Obviously Antarctica is the worst, so you can't use that one.
I would say hot is worse than cold, because you can't get away from it.
I don't think you can get away from the Antarctic cold unless you go north.
I don't know.
I think it's a different type of animal. Yeah, maybe like a desert. Like you'd be constantly trying to shade your baby, and your back, you would burn a hole through your back.
I'd rather not try. Yeah, because like I have friends in Texas, and that's really hot, and then Arizona, New Mexico, it's too hot.
Well, where's the best place to give birth?
I don't know. Nowhere.
You could imagine.
In a hospital?
Like a nice hospital? Yeah.
I
I don't know about giving birth, but I know about the weather.
Yeah. The weather's too hot.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's the weather like where y'all are at? It's hot here.
If I have to listen to all of my kids whining and complaining, it's best to listen to that in a windstorm.
Oh man.
Maybe on top of a mountain. It's always windy.
Maybe.
in the middle of a hurricane. Well, not in the middle, just outside of the eye. For those of you who grew up on the coast, the eye of a hurricane is still and peaceful. Just outside of the edge of that eye, it is terribly violent and very
miserably
loud.
hot.
Yeah, I think everyone's getting hit with heat spells.
Yeah, Mississippi. Ugh.
I'm done. I'm ready for the winter.
At least fall.
Fall sometimes is too hot. I want winter. But I would take winter 365 days a year. Good.
But you can't grow anything. We gotta be able to grow stuff.
You grow inside. You grow plenty of salad in the winter. We have a salad garden. I expect he's going to be great this winter.
I hope so.
We've grown Brussels sprouts in the winter.
Where is she and where is Sarah in there?
You can't tell me they can't grow in the winter. That's not true.
Well, you can't grow enough things like tomatoes unless you have heat lamps and stuff like that. Heaters.
You
and
can't grow as much as you want. Would be fair.
That's
statement.
true. As much as we need.
Sure.
Stopping to get ice cream.
Oh,
that
sounds
sounds
good.
good. Dang, that's one thing I didn't have on my list today at the store.
It's okay. You bought everything else at the store.
Oh man.
But
I did find Swerve. Oh, they probably are saying that because they want to know your update and the baby's gender update.
Oh,
So what is your update?
my weight loss update.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been just a constant, steady success while steady decline of fat.
Decline of fat.
So I've lost now a total of 127 pounds.
Sorry.
She's got to flip the thing to see some comments.
See some comments. Sorry.
Oh, what a wonderful world we live in. I've lost 127 pounds just doing strict keto. And then, working out, doing karate, teaching karate. Getting plum skinny. Well, I've never wanted a skinny plum, but I appreciate the compliment. But if I'm going to eat a plum, I want a big, fat, juicy one. But thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's been weird, a weird road. A lot of the weight that we had put on was from the passing away of people that were really close to us. So now we're losing the weight. Thank you guys. What does that say?
Blow away. She said you're gonna blow away.
Oh, blow away. Or is it something else? But anyways, it's been a difficult journey at times, but for the most part, it's been really easy because of keto. Keto made it easier. Keto made the emotional responses easier. Keto made the weight loss easier. Keto made the urges and the cravings easier. I mean, I got to give it all to keto, which God created. And the more I think about it, early cultures that ate the foods that they would have eaten regularly would have been eggs and berries and nuts and salad, and occasionally some carby foods that aren't specifically keto, but they would have been healthy options. And those sugary carby fruits and stuff, you don't get them all year round. But the foods that I already mentioned, including meat and dairy, other cheese types of cheeses, those are foods that every culture around the world's been eating and mostly sustaining themselves on. So I think that keto just sits well with a lot of people. Maybe not everyone, and some people have special needs. You got to be mindful of that. But I think it is good for a lot of people. Hey guys.
Hey, Walterman Homestead.
Hello, right back at you.
So I have not lost that much weight.
Well, you didn't have that much to lose.
I lost 46 total, and then I got pregnant. So I've gained back probably about 10. I think 10. I'm going to the doctor in a few days, so I'll know for sure. But
we're not overly focused on numbers on a scale or
Yeah.
weight, right? We just want to be healthy. And if you feel healthy, that's at least a good start.
Yeah.
You know that, so we know we're on track when we start feeling healthy. And people have been really kind to pray for us while we've been doing this too.
I saw that.
Got a lot of support there too.
I saw Angela came in. Hello, Angela.
Hey, Angela. So, I do think that it'd be good to make a gender announcement, but I don't want to light off a smoke bomb in the house.
Nope, we're not lighting off a smoke bomb in the house. It's so hot outside. We were gonna do it outside.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
it's too hot.
Maybe you take a picture, right?
Yeah, I'll take a picture
Of
of
the
the
smoke bomb.
But I mean, it won't matter for y'all awesome people. But I do have this.
Sorry. Go ahead. I was looking for my water. It's right here.
Because I was drinking it. So, I just have an item of clothing that you'll pretty much know what the baby is right away when you see it.
I'll be like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. Present the letters. Go ahead.
So, there we go.
It's a boy.
The kids are expecting a little brother. So, we're evening out a little bit. Right now we have 2 boys and 5 girls, and so we'll have 3 boys and 5 girls. So,
well, thank you guys for the kind comments, and also we are shopping for names. So if you have any great suggestions or ideas, throw them at us. Some of the names that we're really liking right now are Wilder and Bear or Bjorn. So there's the gender reveal. Yes, we're very excited. The boys are particularly excited.
Yeah.
So we get another little boy.
John came on too. It's Erwin from Culture.
Hey John, I hadn't talked to you in a long time. Ooh,
So he
congrats.
missed it, so the baby is a boy.
Yep. We're shopping for names.
Grammy Karen just came on here. Hey Grammy Karen. I haven't talked to you in a long time either.
If you guys have a family name or a name that just sounds great or a name that has a special meaning or biblical name or something that sounds good with Sharon, please let us know in the comments or send us a message. We are shopping for names. John's a great name.
John, yeah.
We already have a Jonathan. We could go for a John.
And Carolina calls him John John.
I was looking at the name Evan today, and apparently it's like a Welsh, sort of Welsh or Gaelic version of John.
Oh, Evan, yeah.
I did not know that until today.
Connor. That's a cool
Connor's a nice name. Like John Connor from Terminator. Awesome movies.
There.
Which I'm excited to watch the last movie. If anyone is into it, the last movie is for rent on Vudu for 99 cents. So I'm going to be doing that very soon. Sorry, tangent. You said Connor.
It looks like I'm wearing it.
Well, I want to wear
There.
it.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Now I'm messing it up. Alright, David's going to wear it.
You're propping it up with the bottle of ketchup. Sugar-free
ketchup
ketchup
bottle.
at that. This is how you should do all your videos.
You gotta show. Are you the little brother? You're the littlest brother, aren't you?
Sure. In my family, yeah. All right.
Okay. There we
Perfect. Don't move it again. It's only going to fall again.
go. No, it's good. It's good now.
Landon is a good name.
Yep. Yep, we've known a few Landons.
Has anyone out there ever heard anyone named Baron or like the name Baron?
Baron.
I said it. I'm curious what they think about the name without my input or yours. And I know it's just burning you so bad not to give your input before they can comment. I have and I do. She knows someone named Baron and she likes it.
Oh yeah, Baron.
Baron Trump. He knows someone named Baron and he likes it. I hope he
She.
likes it.
That's Angela.
Oh, hey, Angela. I went to school with a guy named Baron. Oh, there's another Baron known. That one's not even famous. When is the baby due?
In December 6th.
So there's some support there for Baron, just saying. It's obvious.
It's obvious who likes the name out of the
I don't think it's obvious.
Ah.
I always liked the name William Joseph. Both of those names are good names. Happy Sunday to you.
Hey, Mary.
I really like the name William. I don't think she cares for it that much. And Joseph is a family name,
Yep.
so I do like that name.
German Shepherd named Baron. John is December 8th.
I like German Shepherds.
We already have 3 December children.
Jesus was born in December.
Maybe. Nobody knows that for
It
sure.
says so on the calendar. Don't argue with me.
Like the name Raylan. Well, we have a Kaylin. She was going to be Raylan, but we changed it, I don't know, maybe a couple months before she was born.
You know how the Easter Bunny is a bunny?
Yep.
Because every year his birthday hops all over the calendar. Sometimes it's in March and sometimes it's in April.
Grandmother's birthday. Awesome. Oh, Utter Chaos Hobby Farm hopped in here. I didn't see. And they came here to get our cats. Get some cats from
You'll
us.
never take my cats from me.
They
I mean,
came-
come take all the cats.
He would like all the cats to leave.
In case you're just getting in and figuring it out, it's a boy. We're having a boy, y'all. So that'll be 3 boys. That'll be the 3rd boy. We have 5 girls. There's 2 boys running through the house and a little girl running through the house from the pool.
Barrett.
Barrett. I like Barrett. Yeah.
That
We
was
have
our
we have a
mechanic.
friend. Yeah, in North Carolina. Who's our mechanic.
Whoops.
You cut your hand.
Oh.
Okay.
Cat dude.
All right, I got
cat.
a scraped hand. I got to deal with.
Ouch.
All right, go to my room.
That's a scrape.
We'll do better in a minute. Squeeze it.
Oh, Winter is staying up close. So she came and got several of our kittens. I think, how many kittens did you get? I know you got Winter and, was it 1 kitten or 2 kittens? I don't remember. Loads of kittens going out the door. My cats, I've gotten a couple of them fixed now, so we're working on them one by one because I don't want a bunch of cats in the house while they recover from their surgery. So we just do one at a time. And then they end up getting pregnant while she comes down from the animals. Oh, okay. She's coming for love. She'll keep the mice away from your house then. Hello, that's my dad. Positive prayers. Or my mom, but it's probably my dad. Because something's always having babies. That's great. Well. Something is always having babies around here. But we got our dog fixed, so no more babies from that. And now we're working on the cats. They're expensive. Cats are like, it's $60, I think, at my vet anyways, it's $60 for a boy, and then it's like $150 for females. So, that is a lot, but we're getting them done one by one. And then we won't have any more babies going on there. Just bunnies, which are meat, so they're allowed to breed. Anyways, well, I did find some products at the store that I wanted to share, and since David's not here, I'll just do it. For keto, which if you're not interested with keto, it's delicious products anyways. Sugar-free is great. I think I've shared some of these things. Yeah, cats push each other. Cats push each other into heat. Yes, my cats almost always go into heat together, and so we have a big burst of kittens, and then we don't have to worry about it for another like 6 months. But I've pretty much exhausted everyone around here that needs cats, so there's no longer a need for it anymore, and we're just gonna stop. This is G Hughes. It's hard to see because the light is reflecting off of it. It's G Hughes sugar-free barbecue, and it's sugar-free, and we use that on everything. There's different flavors. There's a sweet and spicy, there's hickory, there's original, and then there's honey. The honey's my favorite, but I can barely ever find it anywhere. So that's annoying. But anyway. And I just found all the peanut butters at the store that are sugar-free. Oh, that light is annoying me. All the peanut butters, the sweetener. Okay, sweetener. We'll do sweetener. In this, that's what you're probably talking about. It is, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, it's sucralose. So, Splenda, basically. So, that is yummy. And this is the sweetener I use. Well, I just found brown sugar at the store. Finally, I've been looking for it because I want to make the kids some oatmeal breakfast bars. And I try to use Swerve for them as much as possible because they get wild on some sugar. They're crazy. But the peanut butter I was talking about, this one I found at Kroger. Oh my goodness. Where is the camera? There's the camera.
Can we show them this cut on his hand?
Sure. Jonathan wants to show off his cut.
Around. Son, go around.
He got cut by a cat. Oh my.
Tell them what you did.
I was putting a cat on a floaty
Oh
above
my
the water.
You're trying to put a cat in the water, and that's what you get. Right? You play
Yeah.
stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, you're the big winner today.
Cats-
Let's go finish cleaning that up.
Cats do not like water.
Come on, you're the winner.
That is kind of sad but funny that he was trying to put a cat in the water.
God bless that cat. That cat knows what to do. If someone tried to hold me under the water, I'd scratch him too.
Yeah, cats and water don't mix. That's what Duncan 1900 says. Okay, maybe I'll get through this peanut butter. The cat in the water. Oh my goodness. This peanut butter I found at Kroger. All the other peanut butters that are sugar-free are like gritty and gross. They're not blended very well. And so you can see that it's liquidy at the top. That's just the oils. It'll get better when you stir it up. You have to stir it up, but this has no sugar. It's just peanuts and salt, and yeah, it's really delicious, and it's creamy. It says creamy, but the other stuff at the store that says creamy is all gritty.
Hey, if it sounds alarming, the idea of peanut butter without sugar, let me just dispel that alarm for you right now. I have
Heck no.
never in my life had peanut butter and thought, it's just not sweet enough. I think I need more sugar in my peanuts. If you're suffering from the problem of needing sugar in your peanuts, man, oh man, you really got to work on that nutrition because you shouldn't be craving sugar in peanuts. If you're craving sugar all the time in everything, it's in the gut. Your gut eats sugar, and then it creates a biome in your stomach that craves more sugar. So just stop eating sugar, and you won't need sugar in your peanut butter. Thanks a lot, food industries. It's not necessary. Like, I grew up on peanut butter. I ate peanut butter all the time. We always had peanut butter in our house. By we, I mean me and my dad. And it always had sugar in it. I never understood why. Now so many more companies are making peanut butter without it. It's just not necessary. Why are they giving kids sugar in everything?
But yeah, this is at Kroger. If anybody likes smooth, yeah, no grocery shopping anymore.
Try not to grocery shop.
I wish we didn't have to, but
I doubt I know anyone who can't grocery shop. If you can,
well, it
if
doesn't.
you,
They probably don't have to anymore.
if you can go through life and not have to grocery shop, God bless you. That's the goal, isn't it?
They probably don't.
That's great.
I'm
They
gonna
can do it.
guess because you guys did heirloom permaculture. You guys just did chickens and
This separates
stuff
the
like
oil
that.
and the
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what
You've got to really
you gotta
shake it up.
stir it.
And there's a tool that you can get that helps you stir it better.
Yeah, I saw that on. I think Nathan Sampson might make a tool for that. You know Samson
Yeah.
Farms? I think he makes a tool for that.
All right.
But anyway.
We should plug them. Just got plugged. Got plugged.
So, one more thing is ketchup. That also has butter and cheese. We only bought butter and cheese. We'll have to buy that and spices.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome.
That's really great.
So you guys are like meat and vegetables then. Because you guys don't have dairy. But you guys don't drink much milk. And eggs. You guys have eggs. Duh. Lots of eggs. Yeah. Their setup is very impressive. I'm sure all of our followers follow them. Because they're awesome. Don't really want to go to the store. Yeah. I hate going to the store. Well, you guys might not know, but
You love going to the store.
I broke my foot again.
You literally just kicked me and the table
I'm sorry.
with a broke foot.
Plenty of eggs, yeah. So I broke my foot again, and going to the store, I have to get the motorized cart.
Get to. You get to.
No, it's so embarrassing.
It's very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Huh?
it is cool. I wish I could ride around that electric cart.
I did. Well, let me.
Oh, Jonathan. Yeah, he did a little bit.
That's good.
Because usually I don't like to leave it outside because people need it, and
Tell them about the first time you got the cart though. She really resisted getting the cart, and I had to tell her no, you need to go there and get the cart. It's for you. You need to use it, right? So tell them what happened. You get the cart, and when you go to return it.
oh, I wouldn't.
She was imagining. She was scared to death there was going to be a little old lady waiting for her to return the cart, and there was.
There was
a little old lady waiting patiently for
There
her
was
to
a-
return the cart.
And she came in after me, right after me.
And the woman followed her out like a worker to get the cart from her and said, "Someone's waiting on it." And took the cart away.
John says there ain't no law against you using it, David.
Thank you.
Just guidelines.
Thank you. It's like pirate code.
Just wear one of my boots and go to the store and,
I'm not gonna do that, but I've returned them for people
yeah,
gladly.
that's
like,
what.
You can help
Oh.
someone return it back to the store so they can drop it off,
Yeah, that's
at
what.
the roadside.
That's
like
what
at the curb.
I let the kids bring it in when I.
Or I found them in
When
the
I take
aisles
them.
and I'll drive them back to the cart.
Yeah.
I worked at a Walmart once, third shift, so we got to race those. Yeah.
I think it was Christy that said they don't go fast enough.
And then the
that
people-
is so true.
The workers,
So
not me, but we would complain about if we lost. Oh, my battery wasn't charged enough. Stupid
She
stuff.
said her mom ran into a display and she acted like she didn't know her.
Everyone's had to pretend like they didn't know their parents once in a while.
Yeah, I've bumped into things and I'm sure the kids are like,
My dad
who
used
is
to say the
this
most
person?
obnoxious stuff in public. I can't even repeat the stuff he used to say.
No, he was crazy. He would go somewhere and just make a scene and try to embarrass everybody that he was around.
Not tried. He would do it.
Oh, he would embarrass everyone. Oh, man. Craziness. Hello. I missed a couple comments, so I'm sorry, people. You
Yeah,
can wear
I
a
was
University of
trying to-
Tennessee.
Trying to follow, it's difficult. If you're just checking in,
Brian's
it's a boy.
books.
We're having a boy.
Boy, baby, and you have
This
lost how much weight?
Boy number 3. 127 pounds.
Yep, and I've lost
Like a whole person.
46. My numbers seem so tiny compared
Stop
to yours.
comparing the numbers.
It's
That's
hilarious.
so weird. It's not necessary. Your success is not determined by someone else's number. That's ridiculous. No, I don't want you to promote that to people who might be watching this video.
That's true.
Your success is not determined by other people's successes or failures.
Did you
Just
start
grow
us-
on your own pace to the best of your ability. Like I told my son today, no matter what you do it to 100% of your ability. Do it to the glory of God. I don't care if it's shoveling chicken manure. Son, I know you're listening to me. If you have to shovel chicken crap for a living, you be the best chicken crap shoveler that God put you on this earth to be. You do everything at 100%, the best that you can, to the best of your ability, with a smile on your face, and show gratitude towards everyone. And you will go so much further in life.
And don't put any cats in the water.
Don't, yeah. If you drown a cat, you might get scratched. Lesson learned. That's the price of education right there. Also, don't stand in the road to protest. Did you see the people who got run over? Some guy went.
No,
I don't know the
they probably
details. I don't know the
deserved it.
details, but I saw a
Gosh.
clip last night of two people. Oh, not two people. A bunch of people like in the road. It looked like they were protesting. Maybe they were just crossing. I don't know. And a car came flying across the highway, like I mean flying, and plowed into them, and they went flying.
That sucks.
The people went tumbling around, and it looked like GTA. It sucks for them, you know, but if they were trying to block the road, I'm so glad they got hit. If they're trying to block the road, I want them to get hit
Yikes.
because they're gonna keep doing it. They need to learn a lesson. If you keep standing in the road, you're gonna get hit. Where are their daddies at? Why can't their daddies teach them that?
They didn't get spanked, probably, that's for sure.
Or maybe they didn't have a dad.
Oh, man.
Oh, or mama. There's a lot of single parents out there struggling. I know my dad was a single parent, struggling, but he still made time to instill some good thinking into my skull. Don't stand in the road. You will eventually get hit. There's a lot of good-hearted people that don't want to hit you, but there are some people out there who are wanting to hit you,
Or they just will.
and
on
I'm
accident.
going to laugh at it.
Block the road and get hit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to happen eventually, so just don't do it.
people keep doing it. I need them to learn that lesson.
Well,
Because
the problem
it's going to
is
get worse.
that-
Because it's going to attract people who are going to want to go looking for them.
Well, we
So it's
probably
gonna make
shouldn't
it
be on
worse.
this subject, but they're blocking the road, and then if you stop, they're gonna beat you up and try to kill you. So, I mean,
Well, you don't know that. But if someone's willing to impede my flow of traffic and they're willing to risk their life to do so, I should probably assume they're up to no good because I am a smart person.
thanks, Duncan.
Thank you so much.
1900.
Thanks
guys-
to the congratulatories.
Have a great evening, also.
Peace. Yep. I think we are all happy that it's a boy. There wasn't anyone asking for a girl with this baby, right?
Any of the kids?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted a boy.
Everyone. Still be
Well-
more balanced.
I told God that if I ever got pregnant again, it has to be a boy. Can't have any more girls.
I told God if I ever have another kid, I hope it's with my wife.
Wow.
What? What's wrong with that prayer? That's a good prayer. That's a wholesome prayer.
Well. Interesting.
Are you drinking all my water?
Yep.
I'll get some more.
Brown sugar. We are gonna make some oatmeal. They're not keto, it's for the kids. Oatmeal cranberry. I got craisins and I'm gonna make some oatmeal cranberry bars for easy breakfasts.
We need,
Or-
we need to grow some cranberries too.
Or, well, I could use blueberries too,
Yeah.
but
We have a lot of berries. I just want to have more berries. And I
Yeah.
really love cranberries.
Yep. So we might have some blueberries ready in the garden. Actually, I just realized I haven't been in the garden for a
The
week.
blueberries.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little down.
What's wrong with it?
Am I gonna get like a Band-Aid on or something?
That is
No,
a Band-Aid.
You're good.
That is a bandage.
Yeah, I'll tape it up.
Yeah.
But you're fine right now. You just need to sit down and relax.
Oh, Henley says hi.
It's
Hi,
just,
Henley.
That's just cotton. It's just a big giant cotton Band-Aid.
I think Kaylin would love to see it.
It's going to dry it up and keep it clean.
Is Kaylin in here? That's Lily. You can't see
I had
around
to
this light.
scrub his arm, soap, warm water, and then alcohol. I did like 6 rinses with alcohol.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh sweet.
Awesome. That's great. Want to know more about that?
I heard several of those in the Walmart today. They kept calling people back to open the gun case because someone was buying guns.
That's great.
I want to put a Band-Aid on it so I can.
I don't know if it's true, but I've heard since Corona that gun sales have spiked, and there's 300,000 new female gun owners. If that's true, it's amazing. She was 45. Awesome.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Hey, I inherited from my dad his Glock 17 Gen 1, which is incredible.
I don't think anybody knows what your dad does.
He'll know.
I don't think so.
Oh. Did we not announce on my channel or our channel? Well, I've been kind of absent and stuff. I've been dealing with a lot, and then on top of it, my father passed away a few weeks ago, and or not a few weeks ago, Mother's Day, just the day after
The
Mother's
day after
Day.
Mother's Day.
So
That's how
I've been
he
making
inherited
trips.
the gun.
Yeah, that's how I inherited the gun. But I've been making trips to South Carolina and back to pick up some of his belongings, and then you know, just taking care of my
Those
dad's
things.
ashes. Sorry,
Those-
I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's still strange every day, really, to think about. I appreciate that. Yep, it was very sudden. So I spoke to him the day before, and had texted him that day.
Well, we had a really, really long conversation on FaceTime on
Longer than normal.
Mother's Day. It was like 2 hours, I think,
Yeah.
and that's not normal. Like, I even talked to him on the phone, and like, I'm so thankful for that. 'Cause-
Most of my life growing up, my dad was a single parent. So when Mother's Day would come around, I made cards for my dad for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And as an adult, I kept the tradition of every time it was Mother's Day, I would just call him and say thanks for being mom and dad, because he had to be both.
Yep.
And he wasn't equipped to be mom, but he did his best. So, yeah. Guess I just wanted to share that.
Well, it's good. But the gun that you got, what was it?
Well, it's a Glock 17 Gen 1. Very nice gun, collectible.
Are we staying in KY with all the changes in government?
What changes? I might not after you tell me. I mean, I'd move to Mars if it meant less government. Yeah, it definitely difficult. Just out of left field. What changes the government, man? You can't leave me hanging.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't. We never lived here. Her family was originally from here, or settled here like 100 years ago or something. But they moved to Michigan, for job stuff. So I don't know what changes, or unless you mean the executive orders and stuff.
The governor is junk.
I just ignore the executive orders. I wish everyone else would. They're worded in such a way where they're suggestions, so they can, remain passively on the right side of the Constitution, because they'll get sued otherwise. While
Yeah.
trying to get society to go along with putting pressure on everyone because they can't. And if they do, they get sued really quick and they lose really quick because it's unconstitutional. A lot of these executive orders. So just ignore them.
Well, when we moved
I mean,
here,
as an American, let me just say this. You have the ability to ignore your government. You can do that.
when we moved here, it was a Republican, and I don't know how much differently he would have treated this junk. But the one thing that has probably affected us a lot is our church, but also because they follow the guidelines. I mean, so strict. It's just so
Well, they
ridiculous.
have a 501c3. They have
So-
to. Bow down before
But-
the one you serve.
Okay, Hobby Farm is back under chaos.
Lost reception. I'm black
But the-
or I'm
She said she's back.
Okay.
The
You're
biggest
welcome to be
thing-
both.
We've gone to a few restaurants, and we actually went in Michigan because we just recently went to Michigan with my parents. We went to a couple restaurants, and they won't let us sit at the same table because we have 9 people
Right.
in our family. At that time, we had 11 because my parents were with us, but still,
Well,
we have 9 people.
4 people. Sorry, go ahead.
We have 9 people, and they only, at one restaurant it was 8, and at the other restaurant it was 6. So we can't even sit at the same table and eat dinner. Even though we live together, it doesn't make any sense. So,
Yeah.
because of guidelines.
4 people in my family. 5 people in my family have not had their birthday dinner this year.
Yeah.
Have not been able to go out to dinner this year because of Corona and because of these hellacious restrictions. My family sits at the table in the same room every day and
Every
eat our
day.
meals. And
And-
we're allowed to go into public and come
Yeah.
home
It is crazy.
with no problem. But if we sit at the same table in a restaurant, somehow my big family is a threat to public safety.
Or each other. No, the government never makes sense. Never.
Well, what's that? Yeah, that's not the shocking part. That the government is freaking crazy.
But the
That's not the
restaurants
shocking part.
follow
It's
it.
that everyone else seems to want to go along with these crazy, ridiculous restrictions. That's the crazy part. That everyone wants to go along with it.
Yep.
That's what I don't get. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. And if that scares you, stay the freak home. Stay home. If you're scared, if you're sick, stay home. Like it's always been.
Yep. Well, it should have always been, but nobody.
Let everyone else go out and live. I'm so much more likely to get run over by a car just getting my mail from the mailbox, than spreading corona or killing someone with corona or dying from corona. Oh, I said the C word. That means, we're going to have this video ban because you're not allowed to talk about it. You always know who has the power based on what words you're not allowed to say. Don't say that one word.
I don't know if you're not allowed to say it on videos or not. Nobody's ever.
They don't want they
confirmed
don't want
that,
you
but-
they don't want you talking about it unless you're an authority on the subject. And by authority, you have to belong to the same brain trust, the same think tank.
Well.
Some
Anyways.
of my videos that I watch, they only say the sickness. No,
Oh, the sickness.
The
Yeah.
sickness going around.
Sickness. It sounds like you're supposed to be like communists. You're supposed to be suspicious of everyone. They might have the
Well,
sickness.
yeah. Well, they push the masks and then like. I just.
Anyone else alarmed at the idea that you're not
Yeah,
allowed to
exactly.
buy or sell or trade unless you wear a mask?
Well, they try to make you.
Yeah, they want to push this agenda where you can't buy,
Tell
sell,
us
or
how
trade unless you conform and comply. It sounds a hell of a lot like the mark of the beast crap to me. It's like they're conditioning American minds to go along with it, and we're so stupid, we're just going to do it.
Tell us how you really feel, Angela says.
They're like, they're so close now to being able to convince everyone to get forced vaccinations and force proof that you've had vaccinations, and you'll have to wear some type of identifier on your person that proves you've complied with the pharmaceutical industry's demands and the government's demands. Otherwise, you can't buy, sell, or trade. I mean, they're implementing it now. They're only going to do it more. It's foreshadowing towards the mark of the beast. They're conditioning American minds to go along with it.
Yeah, Brian said he doesn't follow the guidelines and wear a mask and stuff.
I mean, hold on. We got the most satanic government that has ever existed. We kill babies the government, the satanic government that's run by the devil, kills babies at alarming rates every day more than anybody in the history of the world. It's a satanic government. Don't do everything they tell you to do. Take it with a grain of salt and pray over it. Read your Bible. I mean, get in the spirit and think about these things. They're telling you that you need to be afraid of your children when you sit at the dinner table. Come on. Grandparents suddenly can't be around their grandkids anymore. The government buildings that they don't want you to go to, like an unemployment building, those offices are closed. I can't get in the doors there. But all the other buildings that I don't need, they stay open, right? And they give themselves raises. It's a conspiracy, folks. It's a satanic conspiracy. It's evil. Your government's evil. It's corrupt. It's always been corrupt. Our forefounders who founded the government said government's a necessary evil. Every once in a while, you got to curb stomp their teeth into the ground.
Welcome to the channel. David. Someone just popped in and you were yelling.
Yeah.
Yelling at everyone.
Well, I'm mad about the government. More specifically, the government's just doing what I always knew it would do anyway. I'm specifically mad at Christians who are ignoring the fact it's a satanic government. That's what I'm irritated with. It is Satan's government, God's country. But make no mistake, that's Satan's government. Jesus is not in control of the Senate.
Yeah.
He's not making regulations. When Jesus said, "Bring the sick among you, bring them before the elders, and have them lay hands, and they'll be healed," that's Jesus' words. Do what you want to with it. That's Jesus' words. He didn't say wear a mask and stay 6 feet away from me. Yep. Jesus didn't say that. Your government did. Your satanic government said that. Your satanic government said church can't continue. Jesus said, "The gates of hell shall not prevail against my church." Satan's a liar. Boom.
Found it.
I can't wait. Look, we're all going to die one day from something. The end's coming. One day, your personal end or everyone's ultimate end, the day of judgment will come. And when it does, I hope and pray I have an opportunity to kick Satan in his teeth myself.
Oh, wow.
Myself. I want to be right there with Jesus. Because he loses. Jesus wins. If you don't believe me, just skip to the back of the book. Who in the right mind would want to side with the satanic government that kills babies? Ew. Oh, let's just listen to everything they say. They'd never do anything to hurt us.
Well, true.
But I love you. I just want you to be safe, make wise decisions, and you can't do that without God. You can't have the wisdom of God without the God of wisdom. The government is a liar. Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already got that sword in your hand. That's the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God.
They flip-flopped so much, and then like the medical professionals and all the government, like even
that's because at best they're just human.
Yeah.
But at worst, they're agents of Satan.
Well.
So at best, they're only human. At worst, agents of Satan.
With the mask thing, like, you should wear them, but don't wear the ones that the professionals need to use, because we need to save them for them. And
wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Wear a mask here,
wear
don't
the
wear a mask there.
cloth mask if you have to wear one, but they're not really effective, and now they're so effective, everyone has to wear them. So.
Sunlight kills it, but we want you to stay inside.
Yeah.
You need to have a strong immune system, but we need to get you on this ventilator and take a bunch of drugs that will lower your immune system.
Yeah. Well, we like to build our immunity naturally.
Government says stay
go
inside.
and play.
I go outside. Government says take a bunch of drugs. I don't take the drugs. The government says get on a ventilator. I go breathe open, fresh air. Whatever the government says to do, I do the opposite. And I think it's going to work out really, really well for me. I want it to work out well for everyone. The government's not always a liar, but usually they are.
But usually they are.
I'm glad to know so many people that are following us right now and talking with us have such good, smart heads on their shoulders.
Yeah.
You can see through all this crap.
I think the homesteading community as a whole is pretty woke.
Well, that's because people are waking up now and turning to homesteading.
Yeah.
But a lot of us did that many years ago.
Yeah.
I've said it for a long time. I think that the Holy Spirit is leading Christians to become more self-reliant and community-minded.
Well, we have to be now. Like, crazy stuff. Like, if there's a second wave, like everyone is predicting, especially the medical professionals, and if the medical professionals,
Oh, well, you know how they love to be right.
they're going to make sure they're right.
If they're predicting it, they'll be right.
Yes. So, I mean, there was a food shortage. They said there wasn't a food shortage, but I'm sorry, I saw the shelves. There was a food shortage. If there was a food shortage the first time, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be worse the second
And
time.
the tests, she showed me on the CDC website, the tests that they're doing for the corona and for COVID, you can get a false positive from anything, from a whole range of different stuff, including a common cold. Common cold can make you pop positive for a corona test.
Yes.
They can shut you down and quarantine your entire family if you catch a cold. Let me tell you what, they can catch these hands. Come try to quarantine me. Ain't no wussy living in this house. They're quarantining people. I just read about another case on the news. They're quarantining entire buildings.
Yeah,
Entire families.
And then
come quarantine me.
and then anybody that knows them if they come in contact.
I wonder if they know anyone brave enough to come quarantine me.
The SWAT team, maybe.
Yeah. Look, you got to die one day. This is something I'm going to die for. I'm not going to catch a cold and then lose my freedoms and rights that my forefathers fought to give me. Right? I'm not going to shame my ancestors in the grave by rolling over and letting someone take my rights away. Why didn't Japan invade during World War II? They hit Pearl Harbor. Why didn't they? They said they'd fly planes all the way through through America, and they could have taken America, but they were afraid because the people had guns. Right? There's a reason we have guns, guys. I got guns. You guys got guns. There's reasons for it. It's because when someone decides to come take your rights away, you give them a face full of lead. That's why we have guns. We fight when necessary.
Yeah, Christy said sorry if we froze up for a second. And yet you don't quarantine healthy people. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not a quarantine if you're healthy. Quarantines are for sick people. But you can be asymptomatic for 2 weeks and carry the virus. I don't know about that. We'll see. I will be by your side. Yeah.
That's right. I need to know more people like you.
Yeah.
It's sad how many wusses there are in our country. I never thought I'd wake up and see so many wusses in our country.
Yeah, allegedly. That's what I think too.
People talk about government like it's a thing, you know? It's supposed to be us. We're supposed to be the government. We talk about government like it's some external entity. It's supposed to be a reflection of us, the people. We the people. It's supposed to mean something. But listen to the way our politicians talk to us. They don't talk to us like they're our servants, which they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. They talk to us like they're our lords. They talk to us like they're our rulers, which is what they actually are. We're the slaves. They're the masters. It's just a new plantation.
Making lemonade from lemons. Thank you for your service. They're veterans. Her and her husband are veterans.
What do you call someone who is forced to work and their earnings are taken from them?
Slave.
A slave.
Government was never meant to be a career path.
It's so easy for a lot of young people, too, to become so fed up with government that they want to turn towards anarchy. And I think a lot of that's going on right now. It's because they're fed up with how corrupt the government is. They see it. The problem is they'd corrupt it just like everyone else has. That's what, it seems like every group has the savior complex. They think they're going to save government We can make it better. We can make it right. We'll force them to make it right. It never works.
But you were asking earlier if we were going to stay in Kentucky. We plan to stay. We don't have any plans to leave.
Well, now I can't afford to.
But yeah, we.
Now my back's to the wall. Where do they want me to go?
But
Not the people viewing, but the
I
government. You know, I left North Carolina and the city because of all the politics.
well, crime was really bad there.
The crime was made bad because of politics. I lived in Raleigh my whole life, and I saw
Yeah.
it go downhill because of politics.
But
Raleigh was a great
we've
city.
thought about Oklahoma, Arkansas, Michigan.
The moon, Mars.
We've thought about a lot of other states. We just
I thought
we
about
have a house.
building a raft, kicking myself out to the ocean, and hoping for the best.
But yeah, we've thought about, any of those. You moved away and back. Those divers. Oh yeah.
I was thinking about the Arctic. I'd love to be able to get away, but
Well,
I don't think it's going to happen.
oh gosh, we did move here 7 years ago. We were joining a community kind of. It was another family, and they wanted us to move onto their property and help them with their farm and stuff like that.
But we only lived there for a few weeks.
We only stayed for a few weeks because it didn't turn out to be what we wanted it to be, or what they wanted either. So I didn't really understand that. Catch it?
I think he's advocating for no government,
Oh yeah.
that we could have freedom. Problem is, I think our founding fathers are probably right that government is a necessary evil. It has to be kept in check. But the problem is the only ones who can be responsible for it, us, are never going to be responsible for it. My only hope in government is that the king will return and rule.
Yeah.
We need a
that's-
righteous judge. We just won one righteous ruler, God, Christ, on the throne, and everything will be right. If we're in charge, we'll keep messing it up.
That's the thing. We have 5.5 acres. We'd like a lot more, but right now we've built it up and purchased some land.
That's great. Even if you just have a little bit of land out in the middle of nowhere, some little spot you can get away to and
Yeah.
you start building a homestead if you wanted, even if it's just a little lot, But it's great that you're buying land in Tennessee.
She said they had someone run up in their yard shooting.
When?
It's
Like
crazy.
now?
No, like they have had it happen.
Oh.
But that's crazy. We like our neighbors, but we don't like having neighbors. You know what I mean? We want to be like hundreds of acres to ourselves, and
I like living
right
at
in
peace with
middle.
the whole world. It just
Yeah.
seems like the world doesn't know how to live at peace.
No, they really
That's
don't.
really the problem.
It happened a couple months ago, she said. Well, I bet you're anxious to get out of there. That's some of the stuff that we had to deal with in North Carolina, which is why we were really anxious to leave there.
Were they shooting
Is-
like wildly into the air or the ground or at you or someone?
We dealt with a lot of that type of stuff in apartments and at the house that he grew up at. We moved into there for about 3 years because his dad moved to Virginia. So we had that house for, I think, 3 years, right? And I guess it was pretty peaceful there. But in any apartment that we had, it was not peaceful. Not at all. Because you have to deal with a lot of neighbors.
It just depends on the neighborhood. It really does. And at that time, there's just a lot of politics going on in Raleigh.
They were chasing someone. They have gun battles. What?
They have gun battles almost every night.
Oh my goodness. That is crazy.
It was like that in Raleigh, remember?
Oh,
Gunshot-
yeah.
You
I
still
mean,
hear gunshots now?
There was one time we had to call the police it was over 20 times in one night.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was crazy.
Let's talk about the government. Just kidding. I appreciate the support and the congratulatory
Well,
and kind words.
just knowing there are some like-minded people out there is nice.
Just intelligent
We
people.
don't have a lot of
Intelligent.
that around here.
Yeah. I said intelligent. You said we don't have a lot of that.
Oh, well, I'm talking about
like-minded.
like-minded in this government type stuff.
Well, it just seems like both sides of politics, and I don't believe in sides, but both parties want to use government to manipulate it for their own purpose and goals. I just want to see government diminished as much as possible.
Get David my number from Angel. Okay, I'll do that.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, happy harvesting. I hope to see a video on harvesting.
Godspeed, brother.
That heirloom permaculture is one
Amen.
where when their video comes out,
Amen,
I
Christine.
watch it immediately.
Oh.
Every
I
time.
am at an hour.
Yeah, we're good.
I gotta make a
All
minute.
right. So, baby boy, give us name suggestions in the comments. Oh yeah, being inside of city limits, that's not for us.
Move into the country.
Yes. Move outside those city limits and it will get better. At least some.
Definitely.
But I guess we're going to wrap it up. We're going to be doing because we hit 1,500 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway soon. Maybe next week.
What are we giving away?
I don't know yet.
I can't give
I
away
haven't figured
anything.
it out yet.
I can't give away anything.
But thank you.
Thank you.
And name suggestions. We have a really hard time picking a boy name. So give us some suggestions.
Yeah.
And we will
Thanks.
see you guys another time.
Yes. Peace and blessings.
God bless you guys.
God bless.
And love ya. And I don't know how to end it. There we go.